Hello viewers, welcome to Socialpost. Today we are honored to welcome Professor Dr. M. Bashir Ahmed Khan, a distinguished academic leader and a visionary in higher education. Also served as a Vice Chancellor in India and as a President of University in the UAE. Let's welcome him. Hello sir, how are you?
Good.
Welcome to Socialpost.
Thank you very much.
Let's start our podcast
Yep.
with a question. If a degree does not lead to a job, can one learn skill like PLC, network security or web design?
Sure. Degree is only a basic education which gives you a sort of a certification that you have undergone certain course of study. But more than that, these are the days when we want all the employees to have specific skills in certain areas. Say if in industry, if somebody is going, then it might be essential to have a knowledge of the programming logic controller. Along with that, the appropriate skills by which the industrial automation can take place.
Oh yeah.
So PLC upskilling is one of the essential areas. Similarly, web designing or cyber security is very important these days for very many reasons. We may come back to it a little later.
Okay.
Yep.
Can someone with zero knowledge also learn skills like these?
Sure. Skills learning, it all depends on how good you are in learning.
Okay.
Learning with certain passion, with certain background of understanding of the skill that you are going to learn will enable you to learn it properly.
Okay.
But more importantly, you need to have the discipline for learning it and continuing consistently so that, you take the case of somebody cycling. You see, one doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So at first he'll start cycling or you will make him sit on the cycle and then ask him to pedal, hold it for a moment and then he'll leave it also. And sometimes he'll fall, sometimes he'll continue. So that's what happens in every skill.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Sir, is learning PLC program is hard or easy?
Well, you can't broadly such an answer like hard or easy. You need good effort. So you can say it is moderately hard and moderately easy.
Okay.
Why? Because see, it involves logic. So you need to have a brain which looks at issues logically.
Okay.
And the logic, in fact, in all our computer programming, you'd see the logic involved. The machine itself makes or it programs based on the logic that is given to it.
Yes.
Right? So that sort of understanding is essential and you need. If your brain is totally illogical, it is incoherent, then it will be difficult for such a person who is trying to understand. So we expect the learners who are coming into this field to have certain basic understanding of the logic involved. Even in arithmetics it is so, right? 1 plus 1 is equal to 2.
Yes.
But sometimes we also know 2 plus 2 won't make 4, it may even make 5.
Yes.
Right? That's also a logic. So that will give you space for your innovation.
Yeah.
That's very important to know. And then it involves automation, PLC. Then the industry, if yes, the programming logic controller is fixed and programmed properly, then the industrial automation will be facilitated. Okay, whatever you want to achieve from there. Then see, you need to have the interaction with the hardware.
Okay.
So software designing is one thing, but need to have appropriate interaction with the hardware. So all these are possible with guided practice.
Yes, sir.
You need to have practice.
How much practice do they need?
Well, it depends on how much time you are going to give.
Okay.
You just can't say this many weeks or this many months for the simple reason you say a month, but you don't do anything during that.
Okay.
So it won't make sense.
Yeah.
To make it sense, how many consistent and continuous time that you do to do it. Finally, that enables you to have the appropriate practice.
Okay.
That is how.
Okay.
Then that's why we say you need to have the hands-on labs.
Okay.
To make it easier.
Yes.
That is precisely why you need to join a good institute.
Yes.
Which is
that is most important.
That's most important. You need to have a good trainer. You need to have the appropriate lab facilities.
Yeah.
And the physical infrastructure where you can have the right kind of training for enabling to master it within the limited time that you are trying to.
Okay. How do we find the perfect institution for these programs?
There are a few things that you need to. Number one, you visit the place, try to understand the infrastructure involved, also understand what is it that you are going to learn, whether from that angle the infrastructure is good enough. Suppose if you have got a posh place,
Yeah.
but but not suitable for that particular lab,
Okay.
then it won't make sense.
Yes.
Then you need to have some trainers, need to have an interaction with them, with the office staff, and then you will be able to know, yes, this is a place where I can learn,
Okay.
where I can practice. From here, I can move out to the open field to get what I need. That
Yes.
sort of a feeling will be developed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, how much time does it take to learn these skills?
Ordinarily, all these programs are designed for a certain period of time. Some of the programs will be for 3 weeks. Say, for
Okay.
instance, I can give you in my institute, data analytics, we have taught for 4 weeks. Some, if you want to go into, because some students, learners say that we need only the fundamentals, the
Okay,
concepts
okay.
developed. But if you want to go beyond that, in the depth of it, to find how to practice it with project, we normally have certain programs with only, sometimes they say we need a certification.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just want to have a brush up. Sometimes they say, no, we want to do some live project with industry,
Okay.
which we call as the capstone project. So it all depends. Time period depends on this much of things that you do there. So we say for many of these programs, 3 to 6 month time.
Okay, 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, will be good enough. Within that, you will be able to do it. So many of these programs.
Also depends on the person that who is learning.
Sure. That I told you at the beginning itself. Number one, you should have the passion. Number one, commitment and continuous practice and be able to understand logic. See,
He
children who are studying in the beginning schooling, they won't be able to understand even basic arithmetic.
Yeah, of course.
Even at a later stage, they don't.
Yeah.
There are two reasons. Either the difficulty of the
Yes.
child itself or the way it is taught by the teacher.
True.
Both are there.
Yeah. Yes, sir.